Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Chris, and today we're going to dive into a new indie brand, at least to this channel, called Mocha Cosmetics. They came out with this gorgeous palette called the Pumpkin Spice palette. Now, I did also purchase their Purple Paradise palette. I did a fun look with this palette. It is all purple. Let me just quickly show you guys it, even though we're not doing a video on it. It's just so stunning. Look at this. If you like purple, I mean, this is amazing. I love the formula of this palette, and honestly, so far so good, because with this palette I am also not disappointed. So that is a spoiler alert. This is a really good palette, so let's just dive into it right now. The packaging is not too big and it's not too thick either. This is how the front looks up close, and in the back you have a bit of information. So let's just go ahead and dive into that part. We have talc and mica in the ingredients. The palette is vegan, by the way. It is cruelty-free, gluten-free, paraben-free, mineral oil-free, and some other stuff free that I cannot pronounce. The weight of this requires me to use a calculator, so give me a second. The palette weighs 19.2 grams and it has a 24-month shelf life. This sleeve, by the way, looks just like the actual palette, so just in case you were wondering. So this is how the palette looks when you open it. Here is the color story. It does come with a mirror that does fold all the way back. So I'm going to bring it up close so you guys can see. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. I loved the color story so much, which is why I bought it immediately. I love the fall in general. Like, that is my favorite season ever. So when I saw this very fall themed palette, I knew it had to be mine. So let's go ahead and dive into the pre-recorded swatches. Each swatch you see is done 2 times. The pressed glitters are done a few times because it is a pressed glitter, because it's not meant to look like that in terms of the swatch, but everything else did really great. Only thing I do want to mention is that out of this palette, Time Change and Cranberry, which is 2 shadows that I do use today, mainly because of this reason, it does feel just a little bit rough compared to everything else. Everything else feels great. I mean, the palette is pigmented. It does blend very nicely. I did enjoy the formula, the payoff, and things like that. And it spares a lot of fallout, by the way, on my face. There isn't a lot of kick up in the pan. I feel like it's a fair amount. Honestly, there's kick up in 99% of the palettes I own, I want to say. I'm going to go ahead and do some light swatches right now. I'm going to take Cuddles. So I don't use that. I don't use Vibes. I don't use Movie Night, even though I really wanted to, trust me. And I'm going to stop right there. Okay, here is Cuddles. What is this? I believe it's called Vibes. Sorry about that. Ooh, just want to smooth that out. And this one is Movie Nights. There we go. Look at that. And I'm going to take Blown Away, which is just a pressed glitter. And I'm going to take Black Friday as well, because I don't use those 2. Everything else I use, so you guys will see that in action. So here's Blown Away. Here we go. Just gonna smooth that out. And this one, which one is Black Friday. Ooh, speaking of Black Friday, you guys planning on buying anything for the sales? Let me know down below. Look at that. Very pretty. The glitters don't feel too chunky either. Is really gorgeous. So we're going to dive into this eye look. I did the same kind of style as the previous video. In case you haven't seen that video yet, I did review the Peach Queen Sugar Skull palette. So I'm going to remain with that style for now because 1, it's super duper easy when it comes to editing, and 2, you guys seem to like it. I didn't hear any complaints or anything like that. So let me know if you like it. If you want to go back to the review style that I used to do, where it's just a speed through and then a voice over me talking, that's fine too. For now, we're doing it this way. So I'm going to show you guys how I created this eye look right now. Okay guys, so we're going to start off the eye look by putting down some Kylie Cosmetics Maple Concealer on the lid as usual. By the way, if the lighting looks a little bit weird, it's because I literally have only the ring light on right now, not the other 2 lightings I have, because I just can't deal with light today. The shadow that I'm going to dip into with a Morphe x Coca-Cola, just small blending brush, is going to be Time Change. And I'm just going to put that on my outer V right here. Just going to pack it in, and then I'm going to drag it onto my crease towards the inner corner of my eye. I'm just going to go back and forth and build up the color. I'm also going to bring this all the way back into a wing. Next, with the same brush, I'm going to dip into Cranberry, but not so heavy with my brush because Cranberry is a dark color and I'm not trying to get a super dark color on the lid. Like, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's literally only a little bit and it's showing up. So I'd rather go slow and build up the color than go too heavy and then be like, oh my god, I put too much. Still with that same brush, I'm going to go in with Sweet Potato, which is the yellow in this palette. And I'm just going to go above and slightly on top of Cranberry just to make that harsh line go away. I'm really not trying to bring so much yellow there in that specific area, but I just want to make that line not so harsh. Now I'm just going to cut my crease so that I can continue to lay down some more matte colors. I'm going to show you guys in a second where I'm going to stop. So I'm going to stop right around here. Next, with the same brush, I'm just going to dip into Pumpkin Pie. And I'm just going to pack this in right here towards the outer part of that cut crease. This is a really, really beautiful color, guys. I think this is my favorite color in the whole palette. And for the small remainder of that lid, I'm going to take the BH number 9 angled brush and I'm going to go back in with Sweet Potato and I'm just going to fill that with this yellow right here. It's not the best brush to use, but I like to use brushes like this in tight spaces so that I have better control where it goes. Now with a BH number 8 brush, I'm going to go in with Bonfire, which is a pressed glitter. I'm not using any glitter glue or anything like that. I didn't feel the need to. I'm just going to put this right in the bridge of the orange and the green, just like so. And I'm just pressing those glitters in. Next, I'm going to go into Autumn just a little bit with the same brush, and I'm going to lightly just tap over those pressed glitters because the glitters are beautiful on its own, but I want a more kind of gold orangey vibe. So since that is a beautiful gold shimmer, I'll put it right on top. And I'm going to go back in with that same shimmer using the same brush, except this time I'm going to put it in my inner corner. Ooh. How gorgeous is that? For my brow bone highlight, I'm going to go into Sweater Weather, which I love the name of because, I mean, facts for fall. It is hoodie / sweater weather, and I love it. Woo! Look at this. Gorgeous. For my lower lash line, I'm going to go back in with Time Change, and I'm using a JH42 brush by Morphe. I'm just going to sweep it right under. I am going to connect it to the upper part as well, which is the same color. And I'm just gonna bring it in and go back and forth, just like so. Lastly, I'm going to go back in with Pumpkin Pie, and I'm gonna put that right under, just a little bit and not a lot. And just for fun, I'm gonna go in with Sweater Weather for my cheek as just a highlight. Ooh. Yes. Look at that. So pretty. Alright guys, that's it for the palette. I'm going to throw on some Neckies Beauty Sexy Lashes and the Calligrapher liner, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so let me know what you think of this palette down below. What do you guys think of the eye look I created today? What do you guys think of the pigment, the way it blends, things like that? Let me know everything down below. Of course, I always love to chit chat with you guys back and forth, and I cannot wait to show you guys the next video. I'm a little excited. I think you guys could probably guess what's coming. If you follow me on Instagram, then you have an idea of all the videos that are to come to my channel because I did post that in my story, so maybe you could guess what kind of video I'm going to come up with next. I don't know. Let me know down below. Anyway, thank you all for stopping by today to talk about makeup and to chat back and forth. I really appreciate when you take time out of your day to spend it with me. I hope you guys are all doing okay. Love you all so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!